Hello, this is Dominic. In this video tutorial, I want to talk you through the skill of trying to answer multiple choice listening questions. The first thing I want to do is show you or talk to you about what the problems are. The idea is if you know the problem, then you have a better chance of solving the questions. Problem number one. Here, very often you get some very confusing or similar options. Have a look here. Exactly 14. More than 14. Less than 14. If you get questions like that, it's easy to get trapped. Second problem is what we call distractors. Distractors are things which confuse you. You may hear all the words, all the options, but only one of them is correct. I'll demonstrate that to you in a moment with an example. The next problem is this, and this is something which is different about multiple choice questions, and something which you need to be aware of before you start. You need different skills, I believe, for this type of question. Have a look down here. Let's bring it up so you can see. I've borrowed this from a Cambridge book. See how much there is to read. There's a lot of language there. This type of question is not a listening question, it's a reading and listening question. And to do this type of question well, you need to think about your reading skills as well. It's almost a test of memory. You've got much more to read here than in other types of questions. And coming back up to my problems, final problem here is this. This is something which is common to all types of IELTS listening questions. You're always listening for meaning or paraphrase. Do not expect to find the answers all the time by hearing the words. If you hear a word, it may not be the right word. You have to listen for the meaning of words. Now, what I want to do next is talk to you about the skills with an example. Skill number one, as I say, highlighted in red. Listen for meaning, not words. Remember that keywords may only tell you when the answer is coming, not what it is. Let me try and demonstrate with this example here. Same question from above. Here's the stem of the question. Community groups are mainly concerned about. Problem is, when you listen, you don't hear the word community, you hear the word local. Okay, trap. So, know the problem. That's actually a small part of a problem. The real problem is this. Option C, increased pollution. You do hear increasing speed of cars. Now, danger is if you listen for words, not meaning, you may match increased, increasing. Mistake. It's not pollution, it's the speed of cars. Delete. B is even nastier. Option B is traffic jam. Traffic jam. Groups are mainly concerned about. Look at this. Mainly worried about. This must be right. Mainly worried about traffic in the area. Nothing about traffic jams. This is the distractor. You hear a lot of the words, but it's still not correct because it's not meaning. Delete. The right answer is pedestrian safety, and this is a very good example of how multiple choice questions work. We don't hear either the word pedestrian or safety. What you hear is they, community groups, feel that it is only a matter of time before there is an accident. Accidents being safe match meaning. As a lot of children walk, pedestrian, people who walk. This is how the questions work. So, top tip, listen for meaning. Now, as I was saying earlier, another difficulty of multiple choice questions, much more so than other listening questions, is you need reading skills. There's more to read. Okay, here's a suggestion. Yes, do think about keywords. Hear the keyword. Keywords are almost always going to be coming in this part of the question, not down here, not with the options. Down there, pedestrian traffic increased. Keywords are up here. When you hear that word, start to concentrate at 100%. Because before, you should be at 90%, relaxing, relaxing. Now, you hear that word, you know to concentrate. Then, when you hear that word, this is when you have to do your careful reading, close reading. Pedestrian safety, think meaning. Not traffic, actually. Traffic jam. If you just see the word traffic, you may get it wrong. Don't think increased, read carefully. Use your reading skills. Think increased pollution. One more step. Some possible solutions for you. As I say, you need to train your skills so that you listen as much as possible and don't spend too much time reading. 2 suggestions for you. One way not to spend too much time reading is just to focus on 1 or 2 questions at a time. Read them all carefully before. Then, once you've done question 1, question 2, then look at question 3. It's not a perfect solution, but it's a possible solution. Another option, and I prefer this option, is this. Only focus on the stem of the questions before you listen. The stem of the questions is this bit up here. This is the bit you focus on before you listen. Don't worry about pedestrian safety, traffic jam, increased pollution. Look quickly if you like, but this is the bit you concentrate on. And you should think, okay, which do I think the important words are? You make a guess it's that, probably. And so this is the idea. Focus on the stem of the questions before you listen.